rooftop cooking classes in Roma, Italy. We were going to meet our driver at the plaza in Travestere to take us to our cooking class. Well, here comes Dale and Vicky and Nancy with shopping bags. But we all made it. We arrived at the cooking school at the Francisca home and greeted by our interpreter and assistant chef Giulio. We took an elevator to the top floor into a great kitchen. First he showed us the view of St. Peter's Basilica, and then he told us about it.
That section, that was the apartment for John Paul II, for Benedict.
But the new one does not.
He doesn't live there.
Wow, what a view. Next he introduced us to our chef, Juliana. Everybody got an apron. Joanne and Lou, Dale and Vicky, Jeannie and Larry. Hey, where's Nancy's? Well, she finally got one, and a glass of wine. In fact, everyone else got a glass of wine too. Salute. Well, let's start cooking. They explained what we were going to make today.
And there's going to be different ingredients. Scarola, which is kind of spinach, and capers, and dried grains. We're going to do the tiramisu. Each of you is going to make a more portion of tiramisu. That's going to be your name. And yeah, it's really delicious. We're going to do ravioli with ricotta cheese and spinach. We're going to do the fettuccine with chico, the pork, and zucchini. And then we're going to do saltimbocca alla romana, which is a typical Roman main course, which is the veal, cooked with prosciutto on the sage. And then you're going to enjoy it. You're going to eat it. So, good luck. Depends on you if you're going to have it or not.
Tomato and spinach torta. Chef added semolina flour, a pinch of salt, a cup of wine, and sunflower oil. She grabbed her fork and stirred it. Once it was mixed, she used her hands to incorporate it thoroughly. This is a consistency you need. Jeannie spread the dough on a sheet pan with parchment paper. She had a little trouble, so the chef took over. They cut some olives. Dale was just a little slow though. Added some olives and capers to the spinach. Mixed it well. Then spread it on the dough. Make sure you cover it all. Chef grabbed the dough with a fork and brought it up to form a crust. Added cherry tomatoes. They were cut in half and were put all the way around, and a few in the middle. Into the oven and on the rack to cool. Tiramisu. First, chef separates eggs. She does this old school style. Yolks in one bowl and whites in another. She adds sugar with the yolks and a little sugar to the whites. Nancy is mixing the yolks with the sugar. Well, Giulio is mixing the whites and adds a little mascarpone. Next, they pour espresso in a bowl. Then incorporate the whites with the yolks. You have to fold this in gently.
You can pasteurize also.
You can add your whites to taste. Chef takes biscotti cookies and dips them into espresso. You want to do this quickly so the biscotti does not get soggy. Then cover with the tiramisu mixture. Pack it down so there is no air gaps.
This is just to show you.
Repeat for a second layer.
Okay.
Make 2 layers. It's like making really.
Finish by sprinkling a little cocoa powder. Then you refrigerate it for 2 to 3 hours or till firm. Everybody tasted it. It was fantastic. Well, it's time to make our own. Looks like organized chaos.
Oh, you have to dip it.
That's too much.
That's too much.
But they came out fantastic. Thanks, chef. Raviolis and sauce. Chef added durum flour. She puts it in a bowl and then makes a well and adds eggs. Nancy added a pinch of salt. Chef stirs with a spoon till mixed well. Then she puts it on the work table. Adds flour to keep the dough from sticking.
Double
Double roll.
and roll again. Double and roll. Usually say you have to make this for 10 minutes.
Well, now it's our turn. Again, Nancy never learned not to play with her food.
And it has to rest for about 15-20 minutes, and in the meantime we'll prepare together the sauces.
Chef adds sliced cherry tomatoes in olive oil and a pinch of salt. She sautés till tender. A simple but fantastic sauce, olive oil and tomatoes. Now that the dough is rested, we run it through the pasta machine,
And you just grab it from under
fold it, and run it through again. Now for the pros. That's a piece of pasta dough. They placed it on a floured work table. Chef cuts it into manageable working pieces. Next we prepare the filling. Spinach. Then you mix in the ricotta cheese, add a little Parmesan, and a touch of nutmeg. Chef takes a spoon and puts a dollop down in the middle of the pasta sheet. You need it to be spaced so it can be sealed. Then she folds it over.
And first you have to
You press it down to remove the air and seal it.
because when you boil it, the water cannot go
They have a tool to crimp and seal each ravioli.
ballerina.
Dale and Nancy tried it. Dale did fine, but Nancy had a hard time getting it right. Maybe a little too much wine. But we all had fun. We got them all done. Well, almost. Dale broke the sealing tool. They came out pretty good. Well, most of them did. After boiling the ravioli, Chef sautéed them in the fresh tomato sauce, added a little fresh basil, and wow, they came out fantastic. Fettuccine with pork cheeks and zucchini. We grabbed some of the pasta dough that we made earlier. Nancy, Dale, and Vicky ran it through the pasta machine. We all started cutting pasta. Chef floured everything so the fettuccine would not stick. The more wine, the louder everyone got. More flour yet.
Well, the thing is, we have to switch because y'all got the way
Well, all on the tray. While the pasta was drying, we made the sauce. First we cut shallots, and then into the saute pan with olive oil. Diced zucchini. I think Nancy lost a fingernail.
If you guys taste anything crunchy, Nancy just cut her fingernail off.
Next, the pork cheek,
Just
sliced
slice
thin.
it thinly.
Sauteed the zucchini, shallots, and pork cheeks. Mixed in the fettuccine. A quick saute, a little Parmesan cheese, and it was ready to serve. Veal, prosciutto, and sage. First, fresh sage. We break off the leaves. Next, we trim the prosciutto to fit on top of the veal. Chef helps Jeannie to assemble hers. Puts the prosciutto on the veal and then adds a sage leaf.
And then back up. Back.
Jeannie had a little trouble, but with Chef's help, she finally got it.
Okay, like this.
This is a butcher near my mom's house that you have to line up for 30 minutes and get a number.
Dale had a little trouble sticking the sage on with a toothpick,
The meat is amazing. Wow. Mr. Luciano.
but he finally got it too. We finished assembly on all of them. And time for a wine break. In the oven and time to serve. Time to eat. Dinner is served. A salute. Started with an antipasta tray and cheese. We had to hold Larry back. Italian salami, prosciutto, mortadella, and ham, parmesan, pecorino, Asiago, and a walnut soft cheese, and burrata, with fresh sliced Italian French bread, bruschetta, fresh tomatoes and garlic drizzled with olive oil. We made a plate, then we devoured it. A few more Peronis to wash it down. In the kitchen, Chef Juliana was plating the first pasta course, fettuccine with pork cheeks and zucchini. They didn't skimp on the serving size. We did a good job on eating it. It was fantastic. Not much left. Second pasta course, spinach and ricotta cheese ravioli, sautéed in a fresh tomato sauce with a touch of fresh basil. Giulio served us. Looks like someone couldn't wait. Fresh grated cheese on top. We devoured that course. It was like it was the first thing we had to eat that day. The spinach and tomato torta. It went well with the pasta. It was fantastic. A quick round of applause. Nancy really liked it. A salad of mixed greens with olive oil and balsamic vinegar. It was a perfect pairing with veal, prosciutto, and sage. The room got quiet. The only thing you could hear was everyone eating. Chef Juliana came in to make sure everything was okay. A salute. Cendani. We gave her a standing ovation. Last but not least was the tiramisu we made. We ate it all. What a meal, what a view, and what an adventure. And it was shared with great friends. It was one of the most fantastic cooking and eating experiences we have ever had. We gave them 5 stars. If you want to see more, go to our website at www.fatchefrestaurantguide.com.